right? The second thing was we have to organize your photos so you can not only find them fast, but go way beyond the shoebox. And the third thing was we want to help you share them in ways that will blow your mind, way beyond 4 by 6 inch prints. And so it's not just import, edit, and print. It's really about save, organize, and share. And that's what iPhoto is about. And I'd like to show you now. I've got a little Canon digital camera here. I'm going to turn it on. Great. Connie, come here for a minute. Come on, don't be bashful. There's only 100,000 people watching on the web here. Thanks. Okay. Now I've got some photos on here, and I'm going to plug my camera in. And when I plug my camera in, it'll take a second, and iPhoto is launching automatically. You just saw it, and boom, there is iPhoto. Now, you see that I've got this bar along the bottom, sort of my control bar, with import, organize, edit, book, and share. And that is the flow of things, my workflow for photos. So in the import panel, it's already found my photos, and all I have to do is say import. I push this button, and iPhoto will just import them. I even have an option of checking this box to erase them on the camera after they're imported, so I don't even have to do that manually. So it's pulling in my 12 photographs over USB. And you'll also see over here on the left, looks a lot like iTunes, doesn't it? I have a library of all my photos, and iPhoto has just finished importing and put all my photos at the end of the library. And I have albums of photos, and we'll get to those in a minute. So, I've imported. Now let me go to Organize. Organize lets me do a lot of things, but the most important thing with iPhoto is I built thumbnails. I didn't have to do anything. I don't have to deal with names. I have the pictures themselves. And in this case, they're worth over 1,000 words. And I've got over 1,000 pictures in here, and I can just scroll through my pictures like this. Here's all my pictures in my library. Again, over 1,000 of them. It's really easy to find something, but if I want to see them even more as groups, I can make them smaller or larger. And so, at its smallest setting, I've got a few hundred photos on the screen at once. And I'm going through 1,000 photos just like this. You can scroll through thousands of photos and find the one you're looking for in no time. Now, every time we do an import, we also assign a film roll to it. And so you can see things by film rolls as well. If you think, well, that was on the same roll as another photo, I can see that as well. Okay, so, and I can see them, I can work with whatever size photos I want to. And these are the photos I just brought in. I can, of course, rotate them at any time I want to. Very, very simple. All right, I can also create photo albums, and that's what these are over here. I can make a new one. I'll call it Macworld. And I have a new album here, and I can just drag photos into it. Very easy to do. I can take a bunch of photos if I want to, and just drag them all in. And I can just click on this, and it's just, if you're familiar with iTunes, think of it as playlists for pictures. These are my photo albums. Matter of fact, iPhoto even builds one for me called My Last Import to show me the pictures that I just imported, of which these are. All righty. Now, let's go to editing. So we go to editing, and I'm going to go to my kids album right here, and I'm going to pick one of these pictures to edit. So I go into edit mode. Now, the thing I want to do the most is crop my photo. How do I do that? It's really simple. I just button down and drag. And that is my crop right there. And I push crop, and boom, there's my crop. Let's do another one. I can undo that at any time I want to. Boom, there's another one. Now, if I want to print these out, I might want to constrain my crop. And so I can constrain my crop to anything. Here's a 4 by 6. And it'll let me make it any size, but it'll keep it that 4:6 aspect ratio. Boom, and let me crop it. Or I may want to crop as a 5:7 portrait. Boom. Or, if I want to put these photos on a DVD, which is fantastic to put photos on, I might want a 4:3 aspect ratio because that's what televisions have. Boom. And that's how simple cropping is. It's amazing. Let me show you another example of this. I'll take another photo here and go into Edit, and just make it black and white. And iPhoto will take a few seconds to do the computations, and boom, I have a black and white photo. Very, very simple. Now, if you noticed, when I am in iPhoto, in the Organize view, I can just click on a photo and I immediately am transferred into Edit view. But you can change that. If you love Photoshop, if you love to do all these amazing effects in Photoshop, I can go into iPhoto's preferences right here and pick Other, and I can set that with any app I have. Unfortunately, I don't have Photoshop running on 10 yet. So I'll have to pick Preview here, and I'll set it to Preview, and now when I go back and I click on this, it'll launch the app that I've selected, in this case Preview, and throw the photo right into it. So now I want to talk about sharing. We've talked about importing, organizing, editing. I want to jump over to share. iPhoto lets you share your photographs in amazing new ways. This stuff is unbelievable. Now, my favorite of all, actually, is the slideshow. This is an album of photos here. Matter of fact, our chief architect's of iPhoto's daughter. And I'm going to go into Share, and I'm going to pick Slideshow.